What's going on, guys? My name is Brandon and welcome back to another episode of WWE 2K18 My Career Mode. If you missed the last episode, we had our last match on NXT and we said goodbye to the NXT universe. And now we are on Monday Night Raw. So my task right now is to speak with Todd Mullen in the production area. Look at this guy. Stephanie said I'd be seeing you before the match tonight. It's good to have you with us. Welcome aboard. Has she gone over with this with you? Yeah. She said you'd have the details. Perfect. So tonight it's Samoa Joe versus Seth Rollins. It's supposed to go off without a hitch, but we'd like you to be that hitch. I'm here to help out whenever, however. Tell me what you need and it's done. Now that's a fine attitude. You get how this works. I like it. I like it. Simply put, Stephanie wants you to run in on Seth before the match even starts. How you do it is up to you, but don't let it get to your head and go giving a victory dance for the camera. This is about Samoa Joe, first and foremost. Keep that in mind. You and me are golden. Win this pre-match run, and that's my objective. Let's do this. Let's run in on Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins versus Samoa Joe. Let's get right to it. The architect, Seth Rollins, but there's Brandon Daniels making his Raw debut. A bulldog right to Seth Rollins. Brandon Daniels throwing Seth Rollins across the stage. Throwing him into the ribbon. Going for a full Nelson suplex. I don't know what that's called. Brandon Daniels going for the back suplex face buster right to Seth Rollins. Brandon Daniels getting Seth Rollins up once again. Going for the kick to the face. Taking out Seth Rollins. Making a statement in his very first appearance on Monday Night Raw. Trophy earned. Welcome to the main roster. How great. Samoa Joe greeting Brandon Daniels in the backstage area. Let's hear what he has to say. I'll admit, I had my doubts when Seth pitched her plan. I figured you'd fail hard, but you didn't screw up. You were really, really adequate. It was an alright performance, I guess. While I have all respect for Seth's accomplishments, he deserved each and every smack. You don't hold back, do you? No, I realized that when you were out there. That's a good habit to get into. You must have learned that from me. Talking hard and striking harder. It was the best way to get Seth's face to remember me. His face might, if he can find it after what I put it through. Anyways, stick in my shadow, don't get in my way, and do whatever I tell you, or what Steph tells you. That's all you need to focus on. What? So, Joe, how? Listen, I've got people to talk to. Be seeing you. Are you kidding me? Joe wants Brandon Daniels to just do whatever Samoa Joe wants. You kidding me? Exit the arena. Okay, we will simulate to next week. Let's see what we have in store for next week. Oh, hey, Alexa Bliss. Wait, you know what? First let's talk to Alexa Bliss. You look real tired there. May I recommend a coffee or maybe two? As soon as you close an eye, especially in the ring, someone will take you down. Stay up, stay woke. Oh, thanks, Bliss. I don't think I'm sliding into her DMs anytime soon, but oh well. Okay, let's simulate to next week, guys. Let's see what Todd Mullen has to say this week. There you are, great timing. What's going on? You seem super stressed. We're sort of in a bind right now. Could use your skills tonight. So the story goes, Mick made the stipulation that if Seth gets ambushed before his match with Joe again, Joe will be stripped of his title. I'm sure we can think of something that wouldn't technically be an ambush at all. What, like calling Seth out and getting him to start something with you? Forget it. Mick placed his line in the sand. It's better if we twist his stipulation against him. Since Mick didn't say nothing about anything going down during the match, our plan is to have you strike then. Seth will probably still have his guard up before the match, but he definitely won't expect this. Devious. I think Mick will be very careful how he phrases his stipulations next time. Pull this off and there won't need to be a next time. Once Joe's match is going strong, you get out there and make sure he doesn't lose. Make sure Samoa Joe wins the match. So I'm just going to be... Brandon Daniels is just going to be sitting there during ringside. So this week on Raw, Seth Rollins vs. Samoa Joe. Let's get right into it. Seth Rollins. He was ambushed by newcomer Brandon Daniels last week on Raw. This week, Mick Foley said that if Brandon Daniels ambushes Seth Rollins before the match, Samoa Joe will be stripped of his Universal Championship. No sign of Brandon Daniels here tonight. So Samoa Joe won't be stripped of his championship, it seems like. The Universal Champion, Samoa Joe. The Universal Champion, Samoa Joe. Getting ready for his match with Seth Rollins tonight. Doesn't have his little puppet, Brandon Daniels, with him tonight. So, I'm assuming this is going to be a clean, fair bout between the two. Seth Rollins and Samoa Joe lock up. Seth Rollins with the headlock, moving the arm behind the head of Samoa Joe. What does Samoa Joe have to do, or what does Seth Rollins have to do to beat Samoa Joe here tonight? Wait, Brandon Daniels music hitting? Are you kidding me? Here's Brandon Daniels, Samoa Joe's little puppet. Samoa Joe. Oh, rolling up Seth Rollins. One. Kick out at one. Brandon Daniels sitting at ringside. to help Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe. Well, Brandon Daniels distracting Seth Rollins. What is he doing? Samoa Joe with a suplex to Seth Rollins. My bad. Samoa Joe with a pinfall. 1. Kick out at 1. Irish whip. Samoa Joe with an elbow to the face of Seth Rollins. A stomp by Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe locking the arm and putting his arm around his face. Seth Rollins getting out of it though. Throwing Samoa Joe to the ground. Getting Samoa Joe up. Dragging Samoa Joe into the side, but Samoa Joe getting out of it. I still can't believe Brandon Daniels is here. Brandon Daniels again distracting Seth Rollins. I can't believe Brandon Daniels is doing this. Brandon Daniels should just leave this match alone. Let Seth Rollins and Samoa Joe have their match. This just shows that Samoa Joe needs the help of Brandon Daniels in order to beat Seth Rollins. Brandon Daniels cheering on his ally, Samoa Joe. Not really his ally, his puppet master, because let's be honest, Brandon Daniels is just a puppet of Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe waiting for Seth Rollins to get up. It seemed like Samoa Joe was going to go for the coquina clutch, but Seth Rollins got out of it. Seth Rollins getting counted out here right now. Brandon Daniels cheering on Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe getting getting Seth Rollins up. Brandon Daniels walking around to the opposite side of the ring. What's he doing? Samoa Joe throwing Seth Rollins into the barricade. Samoa Joe with a splash with a senton right to Seth Rollins. With an Irish whip right into the ring for Seth Rollins. Samoa Joe with a kick to the skull. Samoa Joe going for a body slam, but Seth Rollins reversing it into a neck breaker. A kick out at 1. Brandon Daniels tried to distract Seth Rollins, but Seth Rollins wouldn't get distracted. With a suplex right by Samoa Joe to Seth Rollins. Samoa Joe waiting for Seth Rollins to get up. Coquina clutch. Samoa Joe has Seth Rollins in the coquina clutch. Seth Rollins tapping out. Brandon Daniels distracted Seth Rollins, and Samoa Joe got the upper hand. This is unbelievable. Why does Samoa Joe thinks he needs Brandon Daniels on his side to win a match against Seth Rollins? This just shows that Samoa Joe can't get the job done by himself. Brandon Daniels congratulating Samoa Joe on the victory here tonight. Brandon Daniels celebrating as well. Brandon Daniels and Samoa Joe celebrating in the backstage area. Come here a second. I wanted to say I thought you did decent work tonight. Of course, it was great to help you. Whoa, don't get me wrong. I didn't need the help. I totally could have won that match by myself. But hey, we knocked Seth off his game, and that's what matters. Whether or not Seth lets this roll off him, I'm sure plenty of people hate me by now. That means they might start remembering your name. I'm getting close myself. Either way, those types of people aren't the ones you want on your side. By the way, there's something I've been wanting to ask you. Shoot. If you're truly the best of the best, how do I go about taking you down? You can't. Best of the best. You said it. That can't happen. Well, can't happen, man. I don't even know what to say to this. Am I supposed to laugh? Get offended? You seem serious. I don't know what makes you think you can even reach me. Tell you what, rise up the ranks and maybe, when I retire, you'll have a chance. Fair? So hey, I've got a thing. Treat yourself to a drink and toast me. Brandon Daniels, a little disappointed. I feel like Brandon Daniels knows that if given the opportunity, he could defeat Samoa Joe. Now, what's going to happen next week on Raw? Find out in the next episode of WWE 2K18 My Career Mode. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you give it a big thumbs up and subscribe. Turn on notifications so you guys are notified whenever I post new videos. I will see you guys next time with a new video. Goodbye.